Hi everyone, Kennedy here from Our Friendly World, and in this video I'm going to show you how to fasten off and sew shut the hole at the end of an amigurumi piece. If you want to learn how to crochet in the round or you need to brush up on the basics, make sure you check out the link below the video for our free Learn to Crochet video guide. We have one available for lefties and righties. This is just a random shape I've been playing with to make some tutorials, but this technique I'm going to show you for fastening off and sewing this hole shut will work for any amigurumi piece that ends with a small hole like this. So first, to fasten off, you're just going to slip stitch into your very first stitch. So I'm removing my stitch marker here, and now into my first stitch, I'm just going to slip stitch. So I insert my hook, pull up a loop, and pull that through the loop on the hook. And now you can trim your yarn, but you want to leave a yarn tail for sewing. So I'm leaving about 12 inches here to use. And now to fasten off, you're going to yarn over that yarn tail that you just cut, pull it through your slip stitch and pull it all the way through. So you no longer have a loop on your hook, you just have a yarn end coming through that loop, and you can pull on that to tighten it up, and that ties a knot that secures the end of your piece. Now to sew the hole shut, you're going to thread your tapestry or darning needle with this yarn, and you're going to work your way around this hole to tighten it up. So you can see here we have these bars, these vertical bars from the stitches we made, and then our stitches are horizontal here at the top. So I'm going to start right here where I fastened off and go under one bar and pull my yarn through, and then I'm going over this next stitch bar, under the next one, over the following one, and you're going to continue that all the way around until you reach the point where you fastened off. And now that you've threaded through all of those stitches, you can carefully pull on this yarn and it tightens up that hole there. And I do have some gaps in my stitches. I was using a pretty big hook for this yarn size, so your amigurumi piece may not have so much stuffing showing, but you can see here that I tightened up that hole. And now all we need to do is tie a knot to secure it and weave in our yarn ends. So I like to just go under a couple of pieces of yarn here, maybe like 2 bars of those next 2 stitches. Pull through, but not all the way. I'm leaving a loop over here. And now I'm going to thread my needle through that loop, and that's going to tie a knot. And I'm going to do that twice. So I'm just picking up a couple of stitches, pulling through, but not all the way, and then pulling through that loop to tie a knot. And I like to make sure that that is nice and secure. And now all you need to do is thread in your yarn tail. So for stuffed pieces like this, that's pretty easy because you can just stick your needle right down in one of the spaces where your knot is tied, and then come out at a point that is, I like to try to make it the same color or somewhere that isn't going to be showing on your final piece. Pull that all the way through, and then just use your scissors to trim your yarn as close to that piece as you can. And when you cut it off, that yarn tail is nice and hidden. And that is how you fasten off and sew the hole shut on the end of an amigurumi piece. I hope you found this tutorial quick and easy. If you're crocheting amigurumi, you'll use it a lot to sew those holes shut. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. And for more crochet tutorials and amigurumi tips, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Thanks so much for watching.